Welcome to another installment of This Is Not Normal on the Political Drain podcast with Drill Sgt Doug, aka Admin Doug, a U.S. Army veteran, teacher, musician, and family man from Jamaica, now fights for justice and democracy through commentary and humor. Follow him on YouTube at Political Drain and at Sons of Liberty Official as Drill Sgt aka Admin Doug continues to protect our freedoms.
Look at how easy that was. Picking cotton did not build America, and if we knew how annoying you guys were going to be, we would have just used Irish slaves.
What's up, YouTube? Drill Sgt here, and I just got a preview for you. Tomorrow, we got two reports coming out about Portland. From the ground, people on the ground, my new reporters from Portland have things to say, all the way coming from last Wednesday to this morning, and maybe even tomorrow morning. That's coming out. Hopefully, both of them will be out early. If not, you can expect it during the day. But there's another story that I got coming out. This is a story about the racist to PDF file pipeline. You see, the abundance of white racists in this country that have gotten away with a certain level of entitlement, never having to pay a consequence ever in their life, just expecting things to fall in their lap and to go their way because they're white, and then have turned into these incel, ridiculous, fragile titty baby boys. Once women or people of color start to gain any sense of equality, and this has turned them into what we see today, this MAGA movement of incel, uneducated, toothless buffoons that can't wait to glorify Nazis. I can't wait to put women back in the kitchen and black people back in the fields. In doing so, and being that way, and having lived such a life, being passed down by their racist family, it also is the same reason why you see a lot of people who are so rich that nothing ever happens to them start doing things like debauchery. Things that they think just because they can get away with, they keep pushing the button. And one of those things is that PDF file stuff. Being a racist and a disgusting, disturbed person, in order to be that person, means you already are. You got that thing switched. You already got that switch flipped. And when you think you can have anything you want, when you think the laws don't apply to you and that you deserve it indeed, because you are who you are, inevitably, that pipeline leads to the type of disgusting things you're about to see next. This is just a preview, but I'm going to give you the clips.
If you're a grown man, a girl turning 18 should not be attractive to you. Depends on what state you live in. I live in South Carolina. The age of consent here is 16. So I can be attracted to a 16-year-old if I want. And I am. And I'm going to marry a 16-year-old. I have a deal worked out with a guy. He has a daughter who's 14 right now. And when she turns 16, I'm going to marry. We're business partners. I have a whole thing worked out with him. But basically, I'm going to marry his daughter when she turns 16. I'm friends with her now. We text. I send her memes and stuff. Yeah, y'all think you joking. Chickens, I don't know about you, but I would not want to go on a cruise that looks like this. Probably smells like cocoa butter, fried chicken. There's probably some watermelon somewhere. Probably smells like weed. Definitely smells like weed. Everybody's walking around with a Bluetooth speaker. And notice how all the fat women, all the black women are fat. Yeah. Notice that? No shame. No shame at all. The average black woman is 187 pounds in America. And they want reparations. You need to lose weight. You need less. They need less. If we're giving you food stamps, it's got to be spent on like white rice or something, and vegetables. But they don't do that. Or black women don't go to the gym either. Yeah. If you want to break from black people, just go to the gym.
That's one. That's just one. Here's the other one.
Would you rather have a black son or an autistic daughter?
Wait, what?
A black son or autistic daughter? If black people hate America so much and they feel oppressed, should we just send them all back to Africa? Do you think black people should be born in prison and then released for good behavior? That's a loaded question. Give you
Yeah, what you just saw there is the inevitability of being a disgusting human, hating other humans because they're something not like you, or for no other reason than to make yourself feel better because you are a flagrant, blooming idiot. And once that becomes your MO, your way of being, it's inevitable that you only go down a dark path from there. Listen, guys, thank you so much. This is just a preview. Expect 2 Portland reports tomorrow. Hopefully I can get them in. And what we see here, this racism, it may even be worse than that because I'm thinking about putting the black MAGA guy in here who likes to watch black people get run over by cars because he hates himself so much. Kind of like that idiot in the past video who sits there and talks about his own black people while speaking to a guy that wants him to be a slave. Because when you internalize racism and your own hate, the only way to prove that you're one of the good ones is to down and degrade all the other bad ones. Rather than people with strength and integrity who say your racism is wrong and lift their people up, even in the face of. Tomorrow should be a good day. Tomorrow, we fight.
Hey, yeah, you. Before you click away to watch someone unbox a tactical toothbrush, let's talk about something real. Political Drain isn't just another content mill. We're a digital front in a very real war. Not with bullets, but with ideas, with action, and with solidarity. We pair urgent news with critical education. And we build community around actual resistance, not the hashtag kind, the kind that moves. But here's the thing. None of this is free. It isn't. Behind every video is time, labor, research, and some weird guy asking if we're going to pay the hosting bill. And yeah, some of that money goes to things we can't necessarily say out loud. If you know, you know. Let's just say our special ops aren't Call of Duty LARPers. They're people making real moves to protect, uplift, and organize. You're not just funding a channel. You're funding a resistance network in a world where capital still calls the shots. Unfortunately, in a system built on artificial scarcity, even mutual aid has a price tag. And if we want to grow, if we want to win, we need your help. We need your help. So if you've got even a few bucks to spare, toss it our way. It's not for ads. It's not for merch drops, but for people making moves in the shadows so others can do it in the light. It's just us and you. So fund the mission, fund the fight, fund the future, because nobody's coming to save us. We save each other. That's how this works. Follow us on all these things you see here, and our link tree is in the description. Maybe even get some merch.
That was the Political Drain podcast, which can be heard on www.groovechillradio.com/political-drain and can be viewed on the Political Drain YouTube channel anytime. Once again, thank you for listening to Groove Chill as we resist fascism in any form, pursue democracy, peace, and love.